sleigh bell, right? Sleigh bells? Well, Ime Udoka can shut his pumpkin pie hole after what he had to say last night. After the Kings defeated his Rockets, Ime Udoka said, "We didn't deserve to win the game. I got to do a better job of getting them motivated in games against lesser opponents." He knows what he's doing. Blatant disrespect for a team that just kicked your ass, coach.
Personal story about Ime last night.
Former King, too. Former Sacramento King.
Personal story. I have family members who are close friends with Ime, and we were waiting in the family section to see if he was going to come out and come talk to us after the game. He never did.
He was upset.
Yeah, he was texting the person that he truly knows that was our main contact. He was like, yeah, he's upset. He may not come out. So once we got there, we're like, all right. We were like, all right, we can catch them in a couple of weeks when they come back in town on 3 Sundays from now on Sunday, January 11th. So
yeah,
but yeah,
bad form. Respect your opponent, in my opinion, especially when they beat you. Somebody beats you, he's like, yeah, they were better than us tonight. But he's got an edge about him, and he certainly had success with the Boston Celtics and now with those Houston Rockets. As we said earlier, obviously we're more concerned with the Kings here. Who cares about the Houston Rockets? But that was a bad loss for the Houston Rockets last night, Ramsey.
Very, very.
I know
very
you
true.
made excuses for them. Oh, they were in Denver and they were at altitude. And...
For them, yeah, it's a bad loss. If they want to be one of these top teams, especially utilizing whatever they can get from Kevin Durant, yeah, no, you got to win a game like in their shoes. You got to win a game like this.
It's a very good team, and as Doug Christie said, that's a team that could be in the mix. I think he said they're going to be in the mix. I think they are a symbol that can be encouraging, to Kings fans, because it wasn't that long ago where they had to tear it down
and the thing
and rebuild, and it didn't take them too long. They drafted well, and here they are.
The one thing that Portland doesn't have, and it reared its ugly head last night.
You mean Houston?
I mean, yes, Houston. What am I thinking? I'm looking at the Houston logo saying something else. Yeah. But yeah, what reared its ugly head for Houston is no Fred VanVleet. They don't have a true point guard. They're using... And I mean, he's very skilled, very talented but at times this is not his natural position. They're using one of the twins, Ben Thompson, at point guard. And he's, like I said, he's very talented, very athletic, very skilled. He has a very bright and promising future, but he's not a point guard.
That's why I thought after he got hurt that the Kings might be a good match for them. But again, Malik is not a true point guard, but I thought he might be able to help them. Reed Shepard's done a nice job, but
again, he's not a point guard. He
right, I know.
He's a corner 3 assassin, which he showed last night.
So the Rockets were, 2018-19, they won 53 games. The next year they won 44. Then they went into the tank. 2021 they won 17 games. The next year they won 20. 2023 they won 22 games, and then they had drafted well. They hired Ime Udoka. They started coming out of it. 41-41 in 23-24, and then last year 52-30. So that's a very short time. Because to me, if you're 500, even though you missed the playoffs, like, all right, you're relevant again. That was only 3 years. 3 years wandering in the woods for them.
In the line you used, they drafted well.
They drafted really well.
Shingun, Aman Thompson,
Jalen Green.
I was never sold on him.
No, but he was a good.
He was part of that.
Quality for him. He was part of the deal that netted them Kevin Durant.
Very true. I mean, they still got the 2 bigs in Tari Eason and Jabari Smith Jr. that they drafted as well.
Yeah.
Which I don't know where. I mean, Jabari Smith got a similar contract to Keegan, so they feel he's a part of their core.
He was drafted ahead of Keegan, but got less money.
Yeah. And I don't know what their true thoughts are about Tari Eason. Tari Eason again.
He had a nice game last night.
He does, but he stays hurt.
Speaking of stays, he should have stayed on Dennis Schroeder last night.
True.
On that play. I don't know what he was doing. He left Schroeder in order to basically do nothing.
Yeah,
leaving him wide open, and DeRozan found him.
He got caught in no man's land. Like, if you flip on the opposite side of the court, the Kings had a lot of rotations like that last night where they left corner threes. Tari Eason was one, Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard. They left a lot of people open for corner threes last night.
Well, just to put a bow on it, that's, I think, encouraging for a team like the Kings that maybe going into the tank or rebuild mode. Took the Rockets 3 years, 17 wins, 20 wins, 22 wins, and then, boom, 41-41, 52-30, they were back. So that's all you got to do is draft well. Of course, they had some better players they were able to unload, say James Harden, to get better draft picks with, but that's a job well done right there.
And like you said, with Fresno's finest, Jalen Green, he was a piece that didn't fit for him, but as you said, it netted him Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and Jalen Green was a very high pick.
Yeah, he was drafted number 4, and I still don't know where he hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been healthy that much this year either. I don't know where he fits in Phoenix.
Ramsey, I'm with you. I never thought that much of him watching him play. It's like, he's not efficient. And I think that's one of the reasons they decided after last year's like, he's not the guy we need him to be. We got to do something. We need somebody who can play with Şengün and help him carry the offensive load when the moments are biggest. But they did get value for him.
And that's why they made it was based, in my opinion, they made the decision between Jalen Green and Amen Thompson, and they kept Amen Thompson.
They made the right choice.
I do. Most definitely.
Do you think they miss Dylan Brooks?
I don't know. I can't say one way or the other.
I would say no, just because they're still a very good defensive team. And, they had to part with him to get Kevin Durant. So we'll see.
I think
they haven't played that many games yet. But right now I'd say nothing against Dylan Brooks, who's doing some nice things with Phoenix, but I don't think they miss him.
I think they played, from what I saw, it felt like they play a little more freely without Dylan Brooks. Like it's more free-flowing. And it also seems that Kevin Durant is taking a passive role. Basically, he's not being the number one.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically letting the kids, meaning like Amen Thompson, Şengün, be like, hey, this is your team. I'm just here to fill in and do what I got to do. I'm still going to get my points. But
he's working his way in. Yeah, he did have 21 shots last night. He had the most shots, but I know they've all talked about that, or at least some of them have said he's easy to play with. We didn't know he was going to be so easy to play with. So,
I mean,
he's working into it.
Here's what I know we haven't talked about it much, but KD was 2 assists away from a triple-double last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists.
And you don't even really notice it, huh?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, especially the rebounds and the assists, because it didn't seem like he was moving the ball that much, but he was tied for the team leading assists with him last night with 8. With, again, Amen Thompson had 18, 9, and 8.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, Jabari Smith Jr., who was drafted ahead of Keegan in the same draft, he signed an extension over the summer. Didn't get as much as Keegan Murray. He had a pretty nice game last night, did Jabari Smith. He had 18 points. He had 5 rebounds and 2 assists. But Keegan Murray, are you kidding me? Keegan Murray last night, 26 points on 14 shots. That was Keegan when he's at his very best. Very efficient. 3 out of 4 from the three-point line, hit all 5 of his free throws. He certainly had bigger rebounding games, only had 4 rebounds, but he was excellent last night. And he played 47 minutes, and it was also significant that he had a big game because the last time they played them, they shut him down, and I think they shut him down in part because they just guarded him well. And last night, he had a little something for him, so good for him.
He did. Plus, I mean, okay, he only had 4 rebounds, but you have to look at the game as a whole. He was out on the perimeter most of the time, guarding Amen Thompson. Sometimes switched on to KD. Sometimes switched on to either a Tari Eason or a Jabari Smith Jr. With that being said, if you're out on the perimeter, guarding close to the line, and staying with your man, you may not have as many opportunities to grab rebounds.
Great point. And there's also this, Ramsey. It wasn't a problem. The Kings out-rebounded the Rockets 55-47. So it's not like, they got battered on the backboards because Keegan wasn't doing his job. No, Keegan had an excellent game last night.
Oh, most definitely. And I mean, Russell Westbrook had 13 rebounds. And with what we've been talking about, he's getting his chance to play. Maxime Reynel had another double-double before fouling out. He had 12 points and 14 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's had, in the last 3 to 5 games, I think he's had a double-double on it. If not every game, almost every game.
Man, he gets shoved around. And I know that's part of playing center in the NBA, especially when you're young. And he's been playing some physical players. But, man, he gets shoved all over the place.
I mean, he's young. He's learning. He's getting his baptism by fire.
He is. And he's holding his own.
He may go back to the drawing board in the offseason and realize he might need to add not to take away from his lateral movement or whatever form of quickness he has, but he may have to realize, I may need to add a few pounds to be a little more physical and to hold my own down on the block.
I think where there's room for growth for him, in addition to what you said, it looked in college like he might have the ability to knock down a three-pointer. He took one last night. One of the big differences, though, is, and his form is always, even last year, from what I saw of him last year, is like a little funky, but he can make it. But it's a big difference in the NBA. The 23-9, other than in the corners, I know, but that's a big boy shot. So
people don't realize how much 2 feet makes a difference on a shot. Taking an NBA three, and I mean, I know what it's like because I have played before in gyms that mark NBA threes. You try to take that shot instead of taking the high school or college. So you're like, oh yeah, this is a much different shot than shooting a shot from 19-9 or 20 feet.
So the Kings have today off. Then they'll play the third and four nights tomorrow night against the Detroit Pistons, but just a feel-good night for a team that probably needed it, even though last night's loss doesn't help them when it comes to the lottery and the ping pong balls and all of that, and that's a legitimate concern, but you just see that the fans and the players needed a win last night, and most encouraging is how hard they played in coming from behind and beating the Rockets 125-124. So shut your pie hole, Ime Udoka.
I mean, the Kings just needed to find a way